I feel like a lot of times people are scared about buying a model year that's prior to when something new is coming out. Like, they're like, well, I want to wait for the new stuff. Well, now has never been a better time in reference to the incentives and having incentives on the 2026 model year, specifically talking about the X5. And BMW has been the only manufacturer in our group, and I want to say an entire automotive group that's up year over year, 2%, which equates to like 100 and I think it was like 150, 160,000 vehicles, which is awesome because there's a lot of other brands that can't say the same. But yeah, the 27 X5 got released.
Yeah, I mean, let's dive into that a little bit. It's whether you love it or hate it, it's like the M3 and M4 that came out. Big grill, everybody called them pig nostrils, too big, but now people can't get enough of them, and now they're too small,
yeah.
right? Headlights, very apparent, completely brand new body style, obviously.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on it?
I'm super excited to see. There's only been like a select few people who've been able to get the pleasure of seeing it in person, and I think that does wonders for. It makes all the world a difference to see something in person, just like you were saying with the M2 and the M3. Super excited with the models the trim levels that they're coming out with. They are going to be taking a year off from the V8, but we're going to have a 60E, so X5 60E, which is going to be a plug-in hybrid, even more range than the 50E now. I mean, it's just a slight bit more, it's marginal, but it's still something that makes a huge difference when you're talking about just in-town driving and the diversification of having the inline six with that plug-in hybrid system. And so they'll have that. The inline six is going to be great with the 48 volt mild hybrid system. And then there's also going to be the fully electric that's going to be soon to come, which is also kind of the reasoning behind, if consumers are wondering why, it's because the iX is, done with production. So which the X5 all electric is gonna do great. So there's going to be options. At the end of the day, options is good, especially when, a lot of other brands you can see when they've gone all electric haven't really succeeded too well.
Yeah, and they've touted, I mean, this is one of the first times we've seen, at least publicly or announced more so with our group, is 5 different powertrains, right? So you've got gas, diesel, plug-in hybrid, fully electric, and then another one they've talked about, which we haven't really got too much information on, but hydrogen is something that they've been working on kind of behind the scenes.
Yeah, diesel. I mean, that's strong. The European market is going to probably see that first, I would guess. But it's something that actually isn't new to BMW. They've been talking about this for at least 3 years.
Yeah.
Probably has been in the works behind the scenes for longer than that. The hydrogen is definitely something that I think they're going to probably, in the next few years come out with something, but probably launch it in Europe first. They always like to take credit for it. I feel like, I mean, let them test it out first and then bring it over here. I can't even imagine people filling up their cars with hydrogen. It's kind of
It is kind of a crazy.
I
It
just
is a crazy
imagine
thing to
hooking
think
up like
about.
something huge, like a plane, just to like absolutely, just.
I mean, it makes sense though. We've talked about, when we were touring the plant and all these hydrogen-powered robots, right? And they're just replacing jugs of water. So why not a vehicle?
They're not on the cutting edge; they're on the bleeding edge. They're always the ones who do things first. With the iDrive controller, that's one of the biggest ones. If you look back in history, they were the first ones to do that and integrate that into vehicles, and now you see it in every vehicle. A lot of good reasons to buy right now. There's never really been a better time to upgrade. If you have a 2020 or really anything before that model year refresh, that is what the 26 is now. They've only had one life cycle impulse, and that was in 2024. The incentives are good. They're out there.
Yeah.
We have plenty of inventory on the X5s, and then they've also started coming out with some of the new leases on the X7 and 7 series. It's a 15-month lease. A lot of times what comes up is, well, we want to wait for the new model, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes there can be restrictions in there as far as a lease is ending and like timing's not right. So they really blew it out of the water by offering this 15-month lease on the X7, which is one of our bread and butter cars.
Yeah, and what a great idea.
Yeah, and the i7 or the 7 Series platform. So you can do a 15-month lease, and essentially you're just bridging yourself to the new model, and it's brilliant. Like, I think they're going to find the traction from this as long as, client advisors and dealers are letting folks know that that is an option, which we're definitely doing. It's something that is going to, I think, we're going to see more of because we haven't seen that before. So
yeah. Especially like you kind of mentioned, right? Hey, I want to wait for this new product, but I also don't want to absorb any potential negative equity depending on their situation. What a perfect way then here, let's get you into this for 15 months, get out free and clear, and then when that new one comes around, you're ready to go.
Yeah.
So you're in a great position to do such.
It's already caught traction. It'll continue to thrive and I think grow more traction. They added the X7 in July. They had that 15-month in June as well. But still strong APR offers on the 26s. I mean, 0.9, like it's as close to as, the quote unquote free money as you can get. That's going back to some of those, COVID programs.
Yeah, exactly. I know.
What's going on in the Rover world?
Yeah, so switching gears a little bit, our 27 Defender info finally was made available to us here in the last week or so. That order call is finally open for us. Some cool new things. We've got a new trim level for the 110 and the 130. It's called the Vertex. What they're gonna do is they're touting it as a similar trim levels like the Defender X, where it's a little more rugged, off-road. It's kind of got that black hood, right? Now your Vertex is going to be essentially same level with it, but it's more of an urban focus, so still luxury, comfort, but more stylish too. So you're going to have a little bit more of an aggressive front bumper and grille look. They do have a new rear bumper. It's got some like neon yellow brake calipers, which are actually pretty cool, I think.
Nice.
And then these recovery tow hooks that are yellow too. So it's kind of a unique, cool, fun twist. But still very sporty, very aggressive, still very comfortable. But just kind of another option to show with our clients.
That brand itself and that line, the Defenders, is starting to blossom even more. To be able to open up to new markets of individuals that want to be a part of the brand. Offering more trim levels, giving more options. That's BMW on the other side of the house. They're doing, they like to do the same thing. So it's cool that they're coming out with new models and giving more trim levels and options because at the end of the day, everybody loves options.
They do, and it's going to be interesting, like you said, seeing that Defender lineup kind of blossom. It's going to continue to do that. There's some new stuff in the works coming, bigger and smaller within the Defender lineup, and that's going to kind of help replace. So you've got the Evoque, the Discovery Sport, and Velar. They're going to be going by the wayside here in the very near future and have already started actually for about 2/3 of that. So they're really going to lean into this pretty heavy and expand upon it.
Well, and then are they eliminate for the Defender? Are they eliminating the 4-cylinder?
Yeah.
And then it'll be straight powered, straight 6-cylinder or V8.
Yeah. Now there's a catch with that, right? The Defender Octa is still going to be available. You can still get the V8 with that, but for everything else, it's going to be just strictly the 6-cylinder. So no more 4-cylinder, no more 8-cylinder. And with the Octa too, they did add Woolstone green, so we're pretty excited about that. That's going to be a pretty sharp color on that vehicle. But yeah, and then the only other color that's been added is going to be Namib Orange. That's going to be on your Defender 110 Dynamic X.
Is that a satin finish or is that
no, it's gonna be gloss. Yeah.
Gloss?
Yeah.
Nice. My brain goes to like what that would look like in a satin finish too.
So pretty exciting news there. So our order call is open for Defender 27s. If you guys are looking for one, been waiting for one, I do know we have definitely a handful of people that have been doing that. Definitely let us know. We do have that ability to get those ordered and get going. So I think that pretty much wraps everything up as far as 27 goes. I think we're all on a 27 model year on our side of the house.
Yeah, no, and as far as I appreciate you touching on that portion of kind of some dates, September, towards the end of September, we should see our iX3 Heya models, which are our dealer models. So we'll be getting 2 of those. And it'll be nice to be able to see that product in person. They stopped by with it, did some training, but that vehicle will be here for just the general public to view in September, probably mid-September. And then October, we're gonna see our Heya model X5, and that's just gonna be, it's super exciting. Just the configurability that you can do with that car, with that screen on the passenger side, and the configuration that you can do with the headlights and changing if you want them to have X or if you just want them to be slanted. Because I know that was one big thing too. If you're like, what is, like, that looks awful, or like, it's
nothing new.
No, it's not, and it's Of course, leave it to BMW. Once again, options. You can change that. You can have it be a different design. We have a few remaining iXs. I think we have about maybe down to 5 now, and those are all retired courtesy vehicles. And I mean, get those while you can, guys and gals. They are priced aggressively online, and it's a good car. It's that's what BMW's replacing with the X5. So they're going to be discontinuing the iX, but it's still a great car. It's not really. It's just like when they did the X330e, the plug-in hybrid. That was to kind of bridge us to. I don't know how they said the thought process behind this, but they said that one was kind of to bridge us to the i4 and kind of like help get people in that category and that
Yeah, it's
size of vehicle.
kind of dipping their toes in the water, so to
Yeah,
speak.
so they did a 2-year run on it. So I mean, it's not that there's anything. It's not like, oh, it's a the bad car. Like
Right.
it's still a good car. The iX is the X330 is a great car. The iX is great, and all of them are different colorways, and so there's options.
We do have one other side of the house is Mini, which I know we haven't talked about too much.
Oh yeah, you can't forget about the Mini.
You did talk about the headlights, and there's a little bit of tie and heritage, and we obviously know same company, right? Same brand, essentially, but you have some configurability with the headlights, so that kind of made me think we do have some other special editions with Mini and stuff like that coming out.
Yeah.
So I could think of a special guest maybe we'll have on our next podcast and kind of just talking about some of the different things going on that side of the house, somebody a little more well-versed in that, and I think that would be interesting to hear about too.
Yeah, the Mini is, I love the Mini. My significant other, she's got one, and every once in a while I get behind the wheel of hers, and I'm just like, gosh, like it's such a fun car. And
It's very overlooked.
it is. It really is.
It shouldn't be.
No. I mean, the OLED screen, like, I mean, it definitely, I know it's got its competitor with the X1, but I think they both kind of have they're both in a league of their own, but you still get unique things and experiences from both. But yeah, you just cannot count out that Mini. I mean, it's won some IHS top awards, safety picks, and they're coming out with new stuff as well.